Now, why is it that every time I do my makeup and try to speak at the same time,
I end up sounding like a robot.
Hello, welcome to my video. If you're from my Instagram, I love you. If you're not from my Instagram, love you all the same. So today we're gonna be doing this look. It's not exactly what I wanted. A couple of things went wrong along the way, as you'll be able to see. But as I'm doing this look, I'm gonna be reading and responding to your assumptions that I asked you guys to give me up on my Instagram. So if you don't follow me on there and you would maybe like to be a part of a future video at some point, definitely go give me a follow. And yeah, for right now, let me stop talking and let's just get right into the video. By the way, you like my new mirror? Isn't it so cute? So here's my plan of action for today's look. I'm gonna do a brown base, as you can see, and then I'm gonna try and apply this Makeup Revolution eyeshadow, this liquid eyeshadow that I got. It's supposed to be duochrome, but I don't know how well it'll perform. So if that doesn't work out, I'll just switch to P. Louise or something. But the plan is a little cute brown eye with just a pinch of gold to get us started and get us in the mood for all the holiday looks that are to come. So now that I sort of laid down a base for my eye look, I'm just gonna get started with the assumptions. And if I look down, it's because I'm reading them from my phone, so don't mind me. But the first one says, "You seem very kind-hearted and fun." Thank you so much. What a nice thing to say. What a sweet one to start out with. I really think that, you know, regarding both of those, I try my best to be both of those things. I strive to be kind and I strive to be fun as well. I think that kindness is vastly underrated and it literally costs nothing to be kind, so I don't understand, you know, why it would be a difficult thing to do. So I try my best to be kind as much as humanly possible. And I think it's maybe almost even as important to be fun, because I feel like in our everyday, day-to-day lives, we have so many mundane or even boring tasks. So I think it's very important to try and find the fun in them. And you know what? If you can't find the fun in them, then just make them fun, you know? Even things that, you know, aren't fun normally. So like going to the post office, going to get groceries, all of those things can be made fun. It just depends on your attitude. So, you know, I love doing that and I love surrounding myself with people who feel that exact same way as well. Oof, this eyeshadow is giving me a run for my money. This is supposed to be a duochrome shadow, but honestly, I would have to ask where. I don't know how it's showing up on camera, but it's certainly not duochrome. What a shame, it looks so pretty in the packaging. Let me try to put one more layer of this on and then we'll really get to it, but for some reason, whenever I try and speak while doing eyeshadow, no words come out. No words, just vibes. So let me try and fix this and I'll get right back to you. See, when you first apply it, it looks like it's gonna be really nice, but then you start blending it out and then it's literally very much whatever. That is working really nicely as a base for the P. Louise base that I'm using right now. See, that P. Louise is way more duochrome than that eyeshadow ever was. I just don't know what I'm gonna do with it now. Like, should I blend it all over the eye? What's happening? This is becoming a very weird eye look that nobody asked for. And yet, here we are. Okay, this really isn't giving Christmassy at all so far. So maybe you won't get a Christmas look this week. Maybe that'll start up next week. And we're just gonna move on and pretend like this didn't happen. So the next one says, purple is your favorite color. Yes, I really love purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors to do eyeshadow looks with. So is red. Purple and red would be my two favorite colors for that purpose. But I also don't have a traditional favorite color in the sense that I love a lot of different colors for a lot of different reasons. So for example, I love purple and red to do my eye looks with. Those are my two favorite colors for that. And then I have a favorite color to wear, and then I have a favorite color to look at and to be surrounded by. So I really have a lot of different favorite colors, and I could never just choose one, basically, not even as a kid. So hope that helps. Next one is, you're a cat lover. I am definitely a cat lover. Actually, me and my family adopted a kitten when I was 17, I think. And we still have her. Her name is Bella, and she's now like, what, 9 years old or something? How old am I? It doesn't matter. Let's not do all of that math. But anyway, we still have her. She's a very lovely kitty. She's kind of skittish and isn't really that warm to other people, which, you know, cats. So I am definitely a cat lover, and I am a cat person. But at the same time, I am a dog person as well. I would love to have a dog one day. I'm gonna have a dog one day. I'm just not in the ability to do so right now, but I'm for sure gonna get a dog, maybe even two at some point in life. So I am both. Again, can't choose one thing for the life of me, but that's just the truth. So this next one says, you like to watch romantic comedies. And yes, I do like to watch romantic comedies. I really love romantic comedies. Even the really corny ones that nobody likes, I'll finish them. There's just something really soothing about kind of predicting the ending of a movie before it actually happens. I don't know if that's my anxiety playing up or what, but if you feel me, you feel me. If you don't, you don't have to. We're all different, and that's cool. And so yeah, I used to watch romantic comedies when I was a kid, literally all the time. That'd be the only genre I would watch. At this point, it's not the only genre I watch. I watch a lot of different types of movies, and I like a lot of different stuff. But yeah, I used to really love them since a young age. What I don't love though is, tell me if you've experienced this. I'm sure that everybody has, but I don't love and I don't like people who make fun of other people for their interests. So specifically, that came to my mind when I read this question, because a lot of times in life when I, you know, answered this or was asked, hey, do you like romantic comedies? And I'd always, like, you know, gush about them and be like, yeah, I love them, whatever. I would get made fun of, and some people would do it jokingly, like, oh, haha, how could you watch that? And other people would really seriously make fun of me for it. I don't care about that stuff today, but you know, I just think it's so corny and so childish and so lame to make fun of somebody for their interests. You know, I'm sure we've all, you know, said, oh, this is my favorite music genre, or this is my favorite artist to listen to, and we've all kind of gotten that same, you know, response at one point or another. And I just really thought we left stuff like that in the first grade, if that makes sense. Like, I think that's so childish and immature. Even if you say it jokingly, I don't get the whole making fun of other people's interests thing, and I never will. So yeah, that came to mind when I was reading this question, because that happened to me a lot. But obviously, you know, if you get made fun of for your interests or whatever, just know that it doesn't matter, and nobody is above you, and nobody has better taste. Taste is subjective. We can't argue about other people's taste, and you should never be ashamed for liking whatever you like. Trust me, it's totally cool, and I support you 1000%. This next one says, you get ticked off fairly quickly. Now, my understanding of the word, sorry, I had a hair. My understanding of the word ticked off is basically kind of angry at something that, you know, angry at little things, basically. So I would say I try not to. If I said no, that would be a lie. Let's just put all our cards on the table here. I definitely do get ticked off, even for just extremely unimportant things. If I'm interacting with a person who, you know, I think is boring or who I don't really like, I do get ticked off really quickly. Otherwise, I try not to, because, you know, at the end of the day, I have no business being ticked off. I try and live my life as positive and as happy as I can. So I try not to, but I guess that would be a question, again, better directed to the people who spend the most time with me. So my friends and my partner maybe would be able to answer that question more accurately for me. But I want to say I try not to, but I think I do sometimes. It really does depend on my mood. We're almost done here with the makeup, and I think with the assumptions, because once I start applying my lip liner, I really won't be able to answer any more. So the second to last one says, which one should I pick? Let's go with this one. This one says, you have a lot of friends. I would definitely disagree with that statement. I think all of us in life have a lot of acquaintances. It's just people you know. And I have about 2 best friends and maybe 1 or 2 other good friends, and that's it. Obviously my partner is my best friend as well, so I guess 3 best friends and 2 good friends, but that's it. I really don't hang out with a lot of people. I don't socialize that much because I don't feel the need to. I really like spending time with people who agree with me, people who I get along with, and the people who, you know, I just don't spend time with them. So I'd probably say no, I really don't have a lot of friends. I know a lot of people, as does everybody in their life, but I really only have about maybe 5 friends. So there you go. Can I just say that I would bathe in this highlighter, and if NYX Cosmetics wants to put this highlighter out with their permanent collections, I would personally be very happy. Okay, so let's answer one more while we apply our mascara, and then we're done. So the last question is something that I thought was really interesting, and it says, you complete your eye looks first time because you're a pro. Thank you for calling me a pro. I definitely wouldn't call myself that. I don't think I'm a pro. I still think I have a lot to learn, but thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. Listen, let me explain something. The way I do my makeup hasn't changed much, so I will literally sit down and do whatever I feel. I very rarely plan looks, and even when I do plan them, the planning looks like this. I'll be inspired by something or another, and I'll think of a color scheme or maybe even a shape that I would like to do, or maybe rarely, sometimes both, and I'll sketch it out quickly in my notes app in my phone. And then when I sit down to actually do it, it's gonna look completely different than the sketch that I actually drew, because, you know, I'm gonna tweak it as I'm doing it. So I don't really plan out my eye looks. And in the beginning, when I first opened my Instagram page, in the very beginning, I would do nothing else besides smoky eyes, just because I didn't know how to do anything else. And at that point, I wouldn't fail or redo any looks because I just didn't know any better. And after that, I really had a period of time, maybe a year into my account. I've had this account for like 3.5 years now maybe, but so a year into my account, I do remember there being a period of time where I would literally sit down maybe 4 or 5 times a week to do my makeup for Instagram, and out of those 4 or 5 times, I would fail about twice. So it was very hard for me to accept that, you know, certain looks maybe didn't turn out to be what I thought they were gonna be, because obviously doing looks and imagining looks in your head are 2 different things. So I would, you know, think of a look and then I'd sit down and do it, and it wouldn't look right. I don't think I did it right. So maybe I would redo it the next day and I still wouldn't like it, so I really wouldn't post it. So from my first year on Instagram, I did have a lot of looks that I didn't post that I didn't like. And now I would say, because I practice so much, that happens very rarely. I do complete most of my eye looks in the first go at this point, just because I practiced. So, you know, if I can do it, everybody can do it. That's not being a pro. It's just, you know, practice, and I'm definitely not a pro. Clearly, look at today's eye makeup mess. But yeah, right now, I do complete most of my eye looks on the first go. Sometimes it does still happen where I really, you know, imagine them and they look like one thing in my head, and then I do them exactly as I imagined them on my eye, and I don't like them anymore, so I just don't post those. But yeah, for the most part, I do actually complete most of my eye looks on the first go, but that's just because I had a lot of practice and a lot of failure. So don't worry, whatever stage of, you know, perfecting your makeup craft you're in, it'll definitely get better, and we can always learn more. And I'm definitely the first one to say that I have so much more to learn. So, but thank you so much, that's very cute. I could read a couple more, but I don't think I would be giving answers doing this. I only have my lips to finish at this point. So, you know, we can do this again. I definitely had fun. Not me talking and applying lip liner, calm down, but I want you to see this lipstick in action. Look at how pretty. I would describe this color as like a very soft mulled wine type of color. So I just added a little bit of eyeshadow on my lower lash line to balance everything out. But that's it for this flaming hot mess of a look that liquid eyeshadow ruined, that I will never be using again. Basically, don't buy that. It's not good. It looked so cute in the packaging though, so what can you do? But anyway, that's it. Thank you to everybody who submitted assumptions. I'm sorry I couldn't answer more of them. For some reason today it wasn't my speaking day per se, but I could do this again. If you guys wanted a part 2 to this, let me know in the comment. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!